up to, where are we? Ngkala Rocks.
Ngkala Rocks.
His journey was just as tough as mine.
So come join us in this episode where we tackle Ngkala Rocks bypass, visit the breathtaking waters of Lake Mackenzie, and have some unexpected visitors at camp.
Up to, where are we? Ngkala Rocks.
Ngkala Rocks.
Ngkala Rocks. We're going to go check it out. I think it's low tide at the moment.
It is low tide. Was it 11 or 10, 40 to 11? So we're going to go check it out.
We're at Ngkala Rocks. It's low tide and we can still get around the beach side, so you don't have to drive through the actual rock section. So Grant's going to drive around. We don't want to do that we don't want to do that section unless we really have to. So he's just walked back to the car to go pick that and come back through. Hopefully everything's good.
Alright, so this is Ngkala Rocks. It's low tide. May as well go the cheap way. Pretty soft, so I'm hoping to give it some sound.
We had the tyre pressures down to 20 when we got on to Fraser. For reference, we do about 65-ish in the car, in those tyres. We went down to 20, which was fine. It was actually too low, so we pumped a little bit of air back in last night, which has been fine all day. It's just this soft stuff, so Grant's just taking a couple more PSI out and we should be fine. And we're out, and now all I have to do is get the Max Tracks and walk them all the way back to the car. Woo! I don't think anybody tells you how hard it is or how heavy Max Tracks are to carry. So carrying 4 on the soft sand for I don't even know how long. Yeah, because Grant, once he got unbogged, he just went and went to the end, so he didn't get bogged again. But at least I'm getting my workout in, right? Like, his journey was just as tough as mine.
Tougher, I reckon. I went around the beach, around the rocks, thinking I'm really quick, I'll cut her off at the pass. If pass means 3/4 of the way down the track, carrying both sets of Max Tracks, then yeah, success. I thought, oh yeah, I'll get back to where I got bogged and I'll give her a hand. She's just too good. But boy, is that soft sand or what?
Yep. Just on actual recovery boards. So we have a set of treads, and we've got a set of the Max Track, the ones with the replaceable little nipple things on them. The Max Trax ones are more expensive, but hell, they're like combined, like 5 kilos lighter. I don't know, it's probably not that, it's probably like 2 kilos, but when I'm just carrying both of them, there's a difference in weight.
Yeah.
So that's another consideration as to which ones you go with, which ones are lighter when you have to carry them all the way to the end of the track.
Yep. If you end up being the gear bitch, you have to carry the recovery boards a kilometre to safety.
Yep.
Consider weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has a handle. You got to carry it. It's freaking easy. That does not have a handle.
Not really.
And it kept slipping out of my hand.
Yeah.
Anyway, off we go. Salvation. The sand, so soft, it's really hard to walk in, let alone drive.
You just had a blowout.
Friggin' hell! I just had a blowout. Not McKean's.
It's alright. I've got some Gorilla Glue.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try and fix it for you.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, they're full to the brim with sand at the moment from that walk, but oh, I'm so disappointed. The entrance to get back out the way we came through Ngkala Rocks. There's a big dip and a solid rock, and this ranger has tried a couple of times and it keeps getting stuck. So French is going to give her a little snatch to get her back out. Easy. This is where the girl was getting stuck. There's like 2 dips here. It's hard to see on camera, but she was coming up and losing momentum. We're just chucking the Max Trax in there to start with and see how we go. There we go.
Coming back's a lot easier.
Yeah. Ngkala Rocks.
Gale Rocks.
Done and dusted. Bogged once. I think everyone gets bogged.
I get most people get bogged. We got out, no dramas. I was just running slightly higher pressures. I only took like, I think maybe 5 psi out. That's all I needed. Put the boards in, all good, straight out. And then we climbed straight back up and back this way on the way out. So when the front wheels are turning, this thing's a freaking tank.
On our way back to camp at the moment. We might stop off and see something else. I'm not sure. Can I speak?
No, but I have to stop you right there. The stop. Stop for a schmuck and a pancake.
Stop. Anyway, on our way back to camp at the moment, and I don't know if there's anything else we'll look at. We'll show you if we do.
Dingoes.
Oh, more dingoes.
Well, the same ones eating all of the fish heads.
Probably.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know.
We're just about to cook dinner, and before we left, I kind of cooked meals and I sectioned them up or portioned them into these Ziploc bags, and then I flattened them out and froze them before I chucked them in the fridge, just to keep them colder, I guess, and the fridge didn't have to work so hard. But it's really convenient not having to like cook meals from scratch and like chop up all the vegetables and everything like that. So I've already got it done. So this one is like a Mexican beef that I made, and we're going to have them on some gluten-free tortillas and make little like taco burrito-y things for dinner. So yeah. We're just gonna have it with coleslaw, some cheese, sriracha. This one.
Thank you. Cooking.
Alright, luckily we pre-made.
I know.
Pre-cooked.
Luckily, you pre-made and pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Thought ahead. Yeah. Tasty. Yum.
That's a lot.
Wowzers.
Whoops. Oh well. Cheers.
Yeah, I smashed that one.
Oh, that's so tasty. Yum.
Already on round 2.
That's good. We're all packed up and we're going to move to a different campsite, but before that we're going to go check out Lake Mackenzie and hopefully get there before the crowds, but I'm not sure if we're going to make that this time. We might not be so lucky, but anyway, we'll see. Just pulled over at Red Canyon, which is just north of the Maheno. It looks pretty spectacular from here, and when we were driving through, when we first came onto Fraser in the afternoon, it looked really beautiful then with the sun just hitting it, but it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Stop along the way is the Pinicals. really remind me of Pinicals we've seen in the desert. So when we were working out at Cadney near the Unadilla track, so in between the Stewart Highway and the Unadilla track. It's just beautiful. Number 3, the Maheno. Tide is still going out, so it is a little bit submerged by water at the moment.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
We just pulled into Lake Mackenzie.
And the weather's not great, unfortunately,
No.
but we can't really...
Starting to dribble.
Yeah, it's trying really hard to rain. Can't complain. Like, we've had a cracking couple of days with weather, and it's just, we're just happy being here. And it was a beautiful drive in, albeit bumpy.
Stand up against the wall so I can trace you with one fine line. become a home that's built of all your poems and mine. Please don't disappear. It's not what you think it's gonna be like, but nothing ever is in this life. It's a slow dance in paradise. When the world's on fire, look for my eyes. I know you wanna go, and I don't blame you at all. I'm learning my own skin in reading what you wrote back then. Please don't disappear. It's not what you think it's gonna be like, but nothing ever is in.
Okay, so we've been, I don't know, driving around all day. We got up this morning, we wanted to go check out Lake Mackenzie. On the way, we thought we'd stop at the Red Canyon, Maheno and the Pinicals and had a look at those. Went into Lake Mackenzie, started to rain. Managed to get the drone up. I jumped in the water, which wasn't too bad. It was a bit chilly, but it wasn't,
The deeper you went,
yeah.
the more brisk it became.
It got colder as you went in. And then we've been having like an epic drive through all of the tracks. Not super successfully, but as in like,
Oh.
That's probably not the right words.
Successfully.
Yeah, we made it through all the tracks.
The tracks are easy. They're just rough. The fact that there's a 30k speed limit, and rightly so, because the tracks are pretty rough and not all of them were that well kept.
Mm.
At least at the moment. Maybe they're having a bad time. But anyway, it just pushes back your time frame. You think, oh yeah, I'll be there in an hour. Nah, 4 hours later.
Yeah. So we left Lake Mackenzie and we thought we need to go empty the toilet. So we found a dump point. We drove over to there. And then we're trying to get up to our campsite on the western side, which is way up the top. Like, I'll put a map of Fraser and I'll say where we are, where Lake Mackenzie is, and where we were going to go camp. And we were talking about it this morning. I'm like, oh, we'll go back out onto the beach, all the way up the beach, and we'll cut across. And we were already inland, so we're like, nah, we'll just go do the inland tracks and make our way there. We did not make our way there. At all. I don't know what time it is now. It's probably about 3 o'clock.
We got super lost.
We just
The signs here are terrible. Like, for a first timer being here, they are horrid. But, I mean, I think if you've been here, say, a second time,
yeah,
you know, and then you just be fine. But
yeah.
your first time is a little bit.
Like, by now, after driving on the tracks for 6 hours, we're like, oh yeah, it's that way or it's this way. But at the beginning, I don't know, we found the dump point. We haven't found a campsite. We know we're not going to get there by dark tonight. So we're going to probably call it on that campsite tonight. We're heading on our way back out to the eastern beach. We'll find a campsite along there and just camp there again tonight.
Yep.
But on our way there, we've stumbled across, I don't even know where we are, what it's called.
I don't know what it's called necessarily, but it's a blow. It's a big sand dune that's just been. It's a moving sand dune. So it usually happens between two peaks. It creates a wind tunnel. It blows sand through, and then it just over time moves. They call it a blow.
Yeah.
I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty certain that's what that is. Anyway, so that's what we found.
Having a bite to eat, because we haven't had lunch. So fun. These are great. These were like from I don't know, Coles, $2. It's a mild salami and tasty cheese stick. It's
not
pretty
affiliated
good.
with the brand.
It's a pretty good lunch. So we're having that.
You're showing them our snacks. Really? Are we that hard up for content?
Maybe this won't make it into the video, but anyway, we've pulled over, we're having something to eat, and probably another 10 Ks, and we'll be out on the beach and hopefully at a campsite, and then we'll be setting up. But
yeah, let's get a move on.
yeah, so
I need a drink.
we had a little bit of rain in between. We got here, I just put up the tent, hadn't put anything in it yet. Started to rain. And yeah, this is what we've ended up for our setup at the moment. It's got our tent, toilet, we don't have an awning. We don't have an awning on the car. So yeah, so we're just using, or Grant said yet, we don't have an awning on the car yet. So we're just using the part from the tent, from the front, and then a tarp tied to some trees. That's our setup for the night. And that's our setup in the tent. I don't know how well you can see all that, but that's, we've got 2 king single inflatable mattresses because we've slept on like a double mattress or a queen size mattress, and what happens?
It doesn't work.
So one of us, probably me, rolls over quite often, and then the other person and the other person's getting bounced around all over the place. So we've opted for 2 king singles so that Grant can actually fit on them, because the normal inflatable singles are really short. They're only like 180 centimeters long, so Grant does not fit on those. And then we don't have any sleeping bags anymore, so we've just opted for sheets and blanket or doona from the caravan. So it's working fine. Pretty good, all right?
Pretty good, all right. Pretty good, all right.
It's working pretty good so far.
I'm just a head floating in space, look.
Is that time of day again? Time to cook dinner.
Time to cook dinner.
This thing's so hot.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Tonight we've got chicken korma. Yeah, the rice cooked in about 6 minutes. I had to just turn it off with a bit of moisture still in it, and it all absorbed in. Now Grant and I are looking around because we did have a dingo come over a moment ago, well, probably about 20 minutes ago. Poke his head around and we shoot him off.
Yeah, let's get him off, but you never know.
I'll put that in. I have a little bit of footage from my phone.
Go.
And then he came back and Grant shoot him off again. So we're just gonna eat, like cook, and we might sit in the car and eat because we don't want to really like tempt fate.
I'm sure it'll be fine, but we just, feels better.
Yeah, it should be fine, but you know, we don't want to encourage anything from any of the dingoes. Like, I'm not necessarily scared of anything, but
there's been a lot of stories lately though. Like, there's been a lot of aggressive behaviour, they're calling it.
So we don't want to encourage that. And we seen some on the beach yesterday, and there was like some fish that had, like, I don't know if someone left them or they died and like just washed ashore. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty certain they were discarded fish offal.
Okay, so maybe it was fish offal, but they were like fighting over that and getting a bit aggressive. But there was about 4 or 5 of them there. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Like if we feel a bit unsafe, we'll just jump in the car and eat dinner. I mean, a korma is probably a bit spicy for a dingo anyway.
I mean, they're welcome to it. If you see a dingo walking down the beach tomorrow with a funny walk,
yeah, he's gonna burn and ring a fire. Maybe he did get the korma, but
yeah, he probably got the korma.
We're not here to feed dingoes, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
No, we're here to feed ourselves. What more I can give you. Are we good? Yum. Dining room tonight.
Oh.
Lake Alum is the one that has all the little turtles in it. So we finally made it to Worley Creek on the western side. We have a visitor. Off you go. Go on.